everybody. Welcome back. Or welcome to the stream, because you can't really welcome me back to something that hasn't happened on the stream in a long, long time. We're bringing back gaming, guys. And carrying on from where we were on the gaming channel. But yeah, so it's good. The other problem I'm having is I now have more organics that I can actually do a thing with. I don't want that to start metals. Let's see. There we go. That's what we'll do. And then we'll just... Right? Like that. And then we just... this one that's not complete. Oh shit, I didn't pop my chat out. What's going on, Mike? It's not my birthday. Is it your birthday? My birthday's in June, dude. You missed it. No, I didn't miss you by much. I forgot to talk about my chat, though. Thank you for reminding me. How you doing, Mike? Hope you're well. Yeah, man. I'm always excited to be streaming. Took me a little bit to get out of bed this morning, but apparently when you tell Alexa to snooze an alarm, she doesn't understand what that means and doesn't actually do that, so I ended up sleeping until like 5:30. No, no, that's not how I want this. And if I have to do it like that, then... Damn it. Oh, dude. I don't know about that much. Because, like, fuck, that took me like almost 2 days just to privatize it. Like, I'm like, okay, maybe not, but like, I got me, my mom, and like, dude, it's still coming up, and I find videos that aren't privatized. Like, somehow one of my SmackDown videos has four views in the last 48 hours. Like, I don't know. I thought I got them all. Let's fix that in a minute. Wait, there's just a button? Oh, okay. Well, I won't be doing that right now, even if there is just a button. Um, well, I wasn't privatizing everything, right? So I don't know. Uh, fuck, man. Even in adulthood, huh? Even in adulthood. No, so basically the how the saying goes in my family is when I was a kid, I did things the hard way. I always it took me longer to learn it and I always learned it the hard way. Some like the easy way was never good enough for me. I had to figure it out my own way. And my own way was and explaining my own way was often more difficult, more convoluted than the actual way of that I was being taught. So yeah. Surviving the homeless way. Uh, a lot of people look at that and they go, "What are you doing with your life at that point?" And I was like, "Well, I was fucking homeless anyways. Why shouldn't I enjoy my life still?" Right? I mean, yeah, is that the best thing I could spend my money on? Isn't that the wisest decision to be doing it at any particular moment? Probably not. But listen, at that moment, recording that video and posting and reproducing that video, I'm the freest man on the face of this earth because I'm doing what I want, when I want, and how I want to do it. And I don't have anybody to answer to except for myself and maybe my camera guy. I don't know. I like that video too. It was a very free video. And by free, I just mean like liberated, like doing what I want. How you been, Mike? I just I don't know. I don't want to answer to nobody. I don't want to make somebody else rich while I work for peanuts. Like it's there's a lot of fundamental societal building blocks that I don't agree with. So I'm trying my best to do what I can for me and mine by doing YouTube, and that pays me a little bit, but like I don't know. Just I want to feel like I am in control of my life, not that I'm part of something. Like I'm just a small little gear in this overall machine that is the economy of the world. I know I no like okay, yes and no. Okay, I want, but I don't like I said. I don't like the idea of going and making a wage that barely sustains a lifestyle that is, you know, and not a little more than get up, go to work so I can survive to be out of work. Like I go and I work my entire life just to need to work even more later on. Like I don't agree with that. There are certain, fundamental rules and whatever. But like I don't disagree with, certain societal rules. But when it comes to the global economic infrastructure and how instead of being based upon actual, like, tangible, valued items and resources. It's just poof, what do you need? Poof, what do you need? Debt is a literal fucking cash genie, and it's ruining the world. Because all we do is, and I'm just as guilty. I'm just as guilty, right? You go, oh crap, I forgot about this, or emergency. Doggo needs to go to the vet, whatever, right? There's an expense. Car needs to be fixed. You know, uh, around this time in the morning, it's a little more whatever. It's just I don't personally want to deal with it, Mike. That's not what I want to see and hear all the fucking time. So like that's what it boils down to. Honestly, that is like the tip of the iceberg. That is why I've said it over and over and over again. It's low hanging fruit. It's easy conversation, and personally, let's strive for something better. I mean, you're college educated. I've stepped my way into a college classroom more than once, so. It's not that I despise it, dude. It's just it's easy conversation. Anybody and anytime it's like, hey, how your parts doing? You just fucking talk sex. I don't know. I've always been really open about it, but like as I've gotten older, yeah, it's something that maybe I keep a little more of a chain and lock on it, unless you're in my inner circle. Like there's a time and place for anything. Like those questions, I'd love to see those in my DMs. I'd have conversations with you. But like I don't want to do it here on YouTube. I don't feel it's the time or the place for it. Um, I don't know about the more adult platform, but I did consider doing like a more open conversation. I did consider it for a while, and then I considered what that could become and just how out of hand that could get, and just like all sorts of bad if a lot of those conversations get taken out of context or clipped the wrong way, and right, like man, I fuck up on this channel sometimes. I don't want to have like an open discussion channel where I fuck up and say something and it reflects poorly, and now I'm because I don't necessarily agree with all the popular opinions of the world. Because guess what? I'm an individual and I'm allowed my own fucking opinion. And if it doesn't match with yours, well, oops, sorry. Not that guy. I'm not gonna fight you over it, but like, I, I don't care if our opinions don't match. You can do your thing, I can do mine. Power to you. Just boundaries of law and personal space. Boundaries are always important when talking and considering anything. And I didn't want to potentially, I don't know. I just I don't know, man. Like I take a lot of consideration into like the dream space and what your my subconscious mind thinks and projects to me, because I have had I don't want to say premonitions, but you know, glimpses, brief seconds, you know, walking into class and getting into trouble for something. And boom, right then, you know, walk into class and good morning, everybody, and go straight to my desk, go to the hallway. What? Wait, this is like, no, no, this is not happening right now. This literally happened in my dream last night. Well, you should have known better than go into the hallway for even longer. But, no! Yeah. No, I just gotta figure out a way I don't want to necessarily script it because I feel that that would what's the word I'm looking for? It would take away from from the whole idea of you know it being a you know just an open discussion anyways, right? But I would have to find a way to censor it a little bit at least. You know, it would generally have to stay within the popular, you know. Oh no! That I barked up that tree a long time ago, and partner said no, and that's all it'll ever be. That idea's been dead for ages, dude. I asked, I did. I said, hey, is that something you'd be interested in doing? And I was told no, and that would be what it is. Oh, he's building shit on me. Um, yeah, they don't. Because the main reason is she doesn't want to be seen by her, like, doesn't want to be found by anybody she knows, specifically family, who happen to you know visit these sites. So what do you mean? Yeah, man. Oh, you plan on getting obliterated tonight? All right. I don't know when I'll be live, but it's likely around now until hockey season at least. Oh man, I can't wait for hockey season, not gonna lie. Like, I'm curious as to what the hell my team is exactly gonna be doing this year, considering they haven't done anything to bolster the team since losing a major player. Um, I don't know what kind of person you think I am. I am very much a person of zen and just peace and tranquility. I don't want to fight nobody. I don't want to hurt nobody. I just want to be left alone to live my life as I see fit. And you know what? You do the same, sir, ma'am, whatever color of the rainbow you happen to be. Like I'm personally, a little bi-curious myself, so like whatever, I don't fucking care what you want to do with your life. Just leave me to do mine. And like just peace, love, and harmony, dude. Yeah, I know. I don't always achieve Zen. Zen is not an easy thing to achieve, dude. Like peace and tranquility and just like being generally relaxed 99.99% of the time is not easy. But like and I never achieve that. I get peace, I get mellow. I would never say that I get. Oh man, that I hit Zen. I think I meditated that to that point one time. It was the weirdest experience. Put on my favorite CD, sat in the middle of the room, and I either fell asleep for part of the CD or I meditated the music away at least. Just sat there breathing, and I'll tell you, when I came to from whatever it was, I felt the most awake that I've ever felt in my life. Stupid quantum go, give me a diamond. Give me an iron ingot. Sure. Okay. Aluminum. I know there's clips of me doing all sorts of things. Eye popping out in rage. Yeah, it's not unheard of, man. I have a temper. That's why I try to achieve Zen. Because I know that the anger doesn't solve anything. It just basically it's your feelings of being ripped off and let down and just you know it's your feelings of people not meeting the expectations that you put on them. And unfortunately, most people will not reach your expectations because they're also human and are gonna fuck up and fail and just generally not be around or whatever, right? We all have our own real lives and shit that goes on. I think I can take a lot of these down. That one can go. That one can go. That one goes. That one goes. Yes, I was a kid. And I mean, I can still get a little bit belligerent, if you will, with how I carry myself. I have on more than one occasion been told by Days, who is well, we'll just say he's more aggressive than I am as a person, and more willing to fight, more willing to he's told me on more than one occasion that I better check myself before I wreck myself. And yeah, so I'm one of those guys. I can be condescending. I'm verbally bad. But no, not in a good long while have I ever bullied somebody. I was a kid, and unfortunately, as a kid, I was bullied. So when I found somebody that I could pick on, I didn't. Yes, I have. And yes, I paid the price. I've also defended somebody who's used that word. My brother, he called our neighbors that word, and yeah, I told him run home, get help, because yeah, I was about to get thumped, and he walked home. It was one of the few times that I was allowed to go upstairs and beat on him without question. I was eventually told to, I had to lay off because, you know. Oh, my brother. I told him run home, get help, because he had called our neighbors 4 kids the word you don't call them, and yeah, he proceeded to walk. So, needless to say, when I got home, I was then allowed to take the beating that I had just received on his behalf out on him because, well, he didn't go get somebody to help me. Because I'm the older brother. Even if my brother does something stupid, I'm gonna still look out for him. But that means if I'm gonna look out for you, you gotta look out for me, and that means doing what the fuck you're told, and you run the fuck home and get help. And I that whole fight though, back then I was a scrapper, dude. I was always fighting, and I held my own. I held my own against 4 dudes, and I ended up with a underneath my eye was good and shined up. My bottom lip was split, and besides that, I was generally no worse for wear. Mind you, they made sure that because I could hold my own, that every opportunity that they could find me when I was by myself, I was getting jumped. My father, big fucking 250 pound, 3 foot or 6'3" fucking dude. Like he's coming out and putting an end to that right quick. So you can either stop beating on my son or you can deal with me. Okay, we're done. or he'd have gotten beaten down too, and but I'd have had help. Okay. No, I'm gonna take that back. Bye. They had every right to be angry. My brother called them, there we go. And no, you're not banned, but you make it very hard not to. They had every right to be angry. It's just you're not fighting my little brother, or my younger brother. He's not the little brother, he's the younger brother. The little brother is the last one in line. The last one born is the little brother, in my opinion. Okay. No. No, that would have been my brother Adam. Um, Mind you, it was from I think as far as he knew, it was just a new bad word that he had found, and he knew the direction to throw it in. He didn't know what it meant. I don't think so. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't had a. I don't know. I haven't had anything that's really stood out for me, I guess. I don't watch a lot of YouTube, so finding a co-streamer is it's not a priority. I mean, it'd be nice to have somebody, but I try it on family and friends, and they've proven. And please, family and friends, don't take this the wrong way. Everybody's got their own real lives and whatever crap they're dealing with, and you know. But they've proven unreliable. Um, so like that just hasn't working out. Oh my lord, what is wrong with my brain this morning? Hasn't worked out. So um. Okay, the thing you gotta understand is if you're gonna grow on YouTube, right, you gotta look at it like a business, right? You want to grow anything, you gotta look at it like that. That's how or at least that's how I personally understand and view it. Like I look at this is my job, and I have to be, a certain level of professional in what I'm doing. I mean, it's become a career failure for me. It hasn't really gone anywhere in what, like 6 years. So, but hey, we're still here. We have our few people who do come in, and they're here on a regular. Ronnie, Avatar, Mo will be back once hockey season starts again because that's kind of his niche thing, right? And but you know, it's always been what it is. Um, and again, please don't take this the wrong way, but I got nothing better to do. And really can't do much more than what I'm doing. And due to mental health issues, I can't go back to what I was doing either. This is about as close as to what I was doing that I will ever get again. I can't do it for yeah, for the most part. I mean, like I said, I wish that YouTube did afford me the means to provide a little bit more for myself and my wife, but I've been able to find other means to supplement that income, or it's over here. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Um, my life is basically I'm a walking Katy Perry song because of like how swinging my bipolar, rapidly cycling my bipolar is. I'm a Katy Perry song. I'm hot, then I'm cold. I'm yes, then I'm no. I'm in, then I'm out. I'm up, then I'm down. It's wrong when it's right. It's black and it's white. It's like it's I'm just kind of all over the map because of my mental health. So, an example is in Canada. Most people celebrate Thanksgiving. They'll have dinner on Sunday instead of the Monday. The Monday is the legal holiday where everybody's off work, but everybody does dinner on Sunday night because you want Monday to recover from the turkey coma to be able to go to work again on Tuesday. And I'm sitting there at my desk doing my job, telemarketing, and I basically got while I was feeling particularly low, I got told to question my life and what I'm doing with it. Despite working a full-time job that I didn't want to be working anymore because it already made me want to do things unsavory to myself. Yeah, I was not in a good place at that point, ladies and gentlemen. I am in a much better place now. Are there still difficult days? Absolutely. It does not go away. it just becomes more manageable. Medications and psychotherapy if you need it, and whatever it takes. But there are means to make it better. Helps if you find somebody too. Oh man, I don't know where the fuck I would be without Jesse. Honestly, I really don't. Is it just four in the corner? Okay, so it is. And to answer your question now, hey, whatever it takes, man. He had good ideas as to like what to cover. WWE worked for a long time. I just lost interest in it. It's not his fault. Why would WWE be cool? I mean, what's so cool about me sleeping on live cam? That's why I haven't been doing the baseball this spring or summer either. Like I said, I was going to. Yeah, well, then they'd have to wake up and put something entertaining on TV. Not 6 fucking months of Chad Gable versus the Wyatt Six. Yeah, I kept track. I kept track, dude. After I left and I walked away from WWE, I kept track, and they did like 6 months of that. It was still the same thing. Like, just, I don't know. Really hard to wake up when they're running 6 months of Chad Gable and yeah, and doing nothing. Like, and the other thing was is like, oh, Chad Gable got his head bashed in backstage, big temple wound. Back on stage the next day with a thing on his head, like, no, he would be out indefinitely on concussion protocol alone. I don't know what made them so good. You'll have to tell me. I oh, excuse me. Well, I do a lot more with hockey, right? Hopefully this doesn't crash my OBS. But like, I guess, and I got. Hopefully this doesn't. Hopefully did that. Yeah, that didn't break it. All right. By the way, if y'all can hit that like button, That'd be great because you haven't even done it, Mike. Or at least that's what YouTube's telling me. But yeah, we can do that. I got where is it? Okay, I gotta fix that because that's supposed to have a loud ass horn with it. But yeah, there's that. Let's see. Oh no. Um, there we go. There we go. There we go. No. I mean, well, yes, but no. But yes. Same headsets, just new. And I hate them. They don't feel the same. They don't stretch as far. They don't get as big because like I got big melon, right? So it's really hard to find hats and headsets that fit. I'm gonna put that there. See, I don't want to have to fucking redo this. Oh, and this wandering tree. What is it? Oh, right. I guess I'm gonna. Oh, I don't have that one. But, yeah. So I can show the game. Who the fuck cares what I look like? Let's just play games, right? And I can't get the can't exactly get it to. I don't know. Does that look good? Because like I've changed things around again, and it looks like there's a lot of shimmer, so I gotta fidget with my lights. Um. Okay. Why? Let's first off, let's do that. So anyway, you can't even see my beard. Because if I point it down more, you start to see my baseboards that aren't green. That's fine. I'm pretty sure I'm chopping like take all of this off and just make it nice and clean and gonna get a haircut too, I think. Trim it up, mainly in the back. Okay, one second then. Maybe I can fix that quick. Yeah, okay, I'll be all right, man. I'm fine. Duh, Davius. Yeah. No, that character only comes out on May the 4th. I play my Sith character. Actually, and that cam doesn't look half bad, actually. Where's white wool? I'll put white wool there too. All right. That you made me conscious of the fact that I was leaning forward because my back's been bothering me. So, I maybe. There is my infinite warp jump. Not in a good long while. And haven't heard from a few other people in a good long while either, so I don't know, dude. People just kind of fell off. I'm just here. Actually, last time I spoke to Jamie, he helped me out with a playoff thumbnail and title. But again, that was months ago. No, I don't think so. I think he just happened to come across something that was worthwhile for me to take a look at, and he just happened to pass it along. Apparently, even he's been excommunicated. Spot for you. Sweet. Gain 2 hearts for eating bread. I miss having a chat. Red. Now to bring up. Well, it's only on for half the year, right? Well, only an hour, huh? Okay. New to C.S.P. Team doing the hokey pokey. 24/7, 264, 365. After the third day, you put your whatever in, take whatever out, do whatever, whatever. Star jumps. Fuck. Do you still have that clip with the music and the? Because it was pinned in a different Discord, and I no longer have access to it. So the way with the yeah, I know exactly where it is. If it's even still there, actually, because petty. But it was pinned for the longest time. Yeah, not gonna lie, dude, you make it pretty fucking hard to like you sometimes, especially when you're drunk. Granted, most of us are obnoxious when we're drunk. I think that's just part of being in that state. Oh, no, oh, I was reading chat. Well, if I don't know, man. If you're up there at number one, what does that make me? Maybe like number two, right? Like let's be real. To this day, I'm pretty sure that everybody's issue with me is I chose you. Jamie doesn't care. No, like yeah. Oh, why am I laughing so? You're not banned, but I don't know if I can have that there, especially considering. Yeah, let's just do that. Yeah, just the label is all I'm gonna say. The label was rather funny to me. uh, somebody who's attracted to basically to vagabonds or the homeless, you know. Oh. Oh man, I got ripped off. They only just were my best friends in the whole world. Oh, I'm in a wow. That's where my brain's at today, huh? All right, it's gonna be an interesting fucking day. All right, let's do you because I don't know where to put you, and we'll start you because mob drops, I guess, go here. Back here. No battling? Okay. Oh, excuse me. Not a bad guess, though, for my best educated guess. Um, I proposed to. I don't want to mention names, but when I came back and I realized that shit just wasn't gonna be what it was, right? I proposed, I said I get it. The lines were crossed; they can't be uncrossed. You know, let's be real. I was a dickhead a little bit. So, let's take that into consideration. Like, I don't know, man. I was fucking angry. And I don't know. I don't even know why. It was just stupid angry. I don't know why. And I came back and they basically said us or you. And I said, well, as part of my thinking, I went and realized that you had never really been given your fair shake at being on my channel. That you were always banned right away because of XYZ on the other channel and whatnot. So I wanted to give you what I felt was your fair opportunity. Well, that wasn't acceptable, and everybody went their separate ways. So, I mean, some people stuck around, like Ronnie's been around for fucking ever. No, here's the thing, man, and here's why you're not banned, and why I'm trying so hard, to have you stay here, is because I proposed to him that, like, hey, instead of just being on the horn with each other the whole time, let's get together at intermissions and at the post game, and we'll have a discussion of what we thought about the game. Oh well, I'll get back to you, and I've still yet to hear anything. So I'm at the end of the day. Yes, I make it kind of sound like I'm bitching and moaning about not having them round anymore, but at the end of the day, I offered to still work with these people, and they didn't want to do it. So, and I say these people again because I don't want to mention names. I'm tired of talking about names. We all know the story. We all know who I'm talking about. So, um, the people that I knew personally, yes. The ones that just randomly kind of stopped coming by, yes. The one who said, "Yeah, I'll get in touch with you," and then chose to be a little, you know what, not reach out ever again, and then proceed to block and ban me on every platform that they have. So yeah, no, you want to be like that? I don't miss you. I got booted from everything, dude. I got booted from everything. I don't even think I have them on Messenger anymore. All right, it's full. No, I could. Why do I want to though? Clearly, I have been told to go fuck my hat. No, they're not that I'm not interested in communicating anymore. Matter of fact, GTFO of my shit. So like, why would I want to associate myself with somebody who doesn't want to associate themselves with me? Why do I care? You know, I'm trying to be more. How do we say? Yeah, you remember Oliver and Company? The I think it was a Disney movie. The dog had one song. Why should I worry? Why should I care? Yeah, the why? I don't understand the need to worry about their thoughts, opinions, or like, I don't think of them unless you bring them up. Yeah, and sometimes you gotta fight for you gotta. I'll do you one better. Sometimes you gotta fight for the woman that's about to walk out your life. But sometimes, if she's already moved on and doesn't talk to you and doesn't wanna don't wanna be like that, and you've reached out and done your part to try and mend fences at least a little bit, it's time to it's time to look at that biblically and be like, it's time to cut off the bad limb. Ditch ditch the bitch and fucking move on. You don't want to talk to me, I don't want to talk to you. Done. And that's what it ends up being. Ditch the bitch and fucking move on. Life's too damn short to fight and bicker and argue about shit on the fucking internet, bro. Like, let's be real. Oh, excuse me. Right? Or, certainly don't go and do your fucking laundry during the stream. The most that I leave for is I gotta go to the bathroom, grab food, make coffee. One of the first things that I ever read was Streaming 101 was once you start, you want to be as uninterrupted as possible. Specifically speaking for streaming. That is tough. Sure as hell ain't losing any sleep over what they think of me either. Before we want to go there. Again, people I knew in real life. Yeah, I miss you. Wish you were still here. But you don't want to be here. You don't like who I've got. You don't like me. Whatever. Oh man, the last conversation that KK and I had though was yikes. It was to a word dumb. Like, you want somebody gone, then make them gone, and you make them gone. Because if I don't want them gone, they're not gonna be gone. Basically, I told him that I'm not banning you, at least not yet, and that if he didn't like it, go somewhere else, and he chose to go somewhere else. So let that be what it is. But again, you were never afforded a proper chance on C.S.P. You were always immediately kicked because you were trying to defend yourself from the other kid. So, rewind, let you have a chance, and you've been a pretty okay guy. Bit of a pain in the butt there for a while, but you really have, dude. But that's just, I believe in redemption. I believe that people can honestly change and become better people and choose to do what they know is right as an individual. Right? Where the hell am I? Yeah, you've been good for a good little while. Except for your one little slip up today. And don't think that that isn't noted, dude. When you know what you know, I don't know. Your loose phraseology. Where the fuck did I put those boxes? There's no way I used them up already. No, where's the backpack that should be in too? I'm looking for items that I can't find. Uh, Probably. I don't know when the final stream would be, but tell you that'd be a sad day in my life. Yeah, well, there will come a day, dude. I'm not getting any younger. You know, there'll come a day where I can't really see so good anymore to play. Or I can't. This is gonna sound cliche, but the idea of losing Jesse in any capacity, like that would be my go-to thing. And if I had to cry for like a movie scene, that's my go-to thing is uh, I honestly don't know, dude. She's well, let's be real. She's a good portion of the reason why I'm here to talk to you today. Alright, I don't have a spot for you yet. Oh, I don't know. I freaking don't. That is a very valid and very good question. It's just like really honest and don't know, my dude. What can't? I don't know what you're asking. If I got canceled, would I just stop? Oh, to that capacity. If I had to honestly restart at this point, I don't know. I probably would do things a little bit differently, but I'd likely keep going. Because I mean, like, it's still my hobby to play video games. It's still my hobby to make music. By the way, I have a new techno-y track. If you haven't heard it, would you like to? Probably. The gaming channel was growing, just drip, drip, drip. So I can assure that it. No, it's just a really catchy like dance techno too. And actually, while it plays, I'm gonna go and do a thing quick. No, I made this a couple weeks ago, but it's catchy as all hell, I think. That's enough of that. But yeah, that's one of the new jams that I've created. I've been using that as my start tune for the last few streams. What am I doing? That was in the right order. This goes from less valuable to more valuable. No, I had to see how much money I had in the bank. Because I'm going to be getting off of here in about an hour or so to want to go get I want to go get a trim up on my beard. I want to go get a haircut. I want to get probably Jesse a haircut as well. At that rate, do a little bit of shopping. I'm going. No. I'm probably just gonna be taking like maybe I don't know, a little bit off the back. I don't want to screw with the front too much because I'm trying to get like I don't know, like an old samurai top knot, if you will, but like more like a ponytail type deal, like I don't know. But yeah, I want long hair. As for the beard, I'm gonna be taking like all of this off and just having it lined up nicely around the chin and whatnot, but probably at the, I mean, see, like it's blending in here, but probably a little bit shorter than what it already is right now. You guys will see. I'll be live right after the thing, and then after that, I'm going to my brother's for the evening, and we're gonna hang out and play some video games and hook some stuff up, and I'm gonna do some tech support for him, and yeah, basically I'm setting up a computer in the corner where I set up my Switch and my PlayStation and whatnot, so that way when I go over, I have the ability to record the video games that we're playing together, so that way I can have more content for you guys. I don't know if the computer would be capable of live streaming though. I know I could record it for sure, easily. As it stands right now, I've got to find a microphone to use over there. Break dancing. I break dance every single day. Just so you guys are aware, it's not break dancing in the typical sense of hip hop style dancing. Where you get the spinneroonie or whatever it's called. Like what Booker T used to do is a break dance move. I don't break dance like that. What he means is as I'm getting older, I wake up and my body just seems to crack and snap and pop and sounds like Rice Krispies, but no, what that really is it's my body breaking, and every single time it's just Ooh, so he's wondering when I'm going to start doing that professionally and competitively. So I got some moves when it comes to, my body breaking and making me dance. Sorry, Mike. Not sorry. But my fat ass breakdancing? Come on, dude. Okay. Hey, a pyromancer. What, you mean, like eating a meal with somebody who I was beefing with? Or actively fighting with? Yes. There was one winter I thought I was clever. It was one of those surviving the homeless ways things. I wanted to smoke, and I couldn't afford to smoke. And I wanted to smoke and drink and party, and I couldn't afford to do that and buy groceries at the same time. So what I did was I went to the Out of the Cold program. In case you're not familiar with what that is a program as to where you can go and get one meal each night, and if you need a place to stay, like a cot to sleep on. I didn't need the cot. I had a home. It was just a matter of one thing or the other. And the one night I got close with these two guys, and they drank me on their bottle of Appletons the one night. Well, out here, let's just say I said one thing, they heard another, and the fight ensued. Fast forward a couple weeks later, where we literally had just finished fist fighting outside as the like, basically the guy, my hair was about as long as it is now, maybe a little shorter. And dude stood on my hair, and I sat 3/4 of the way up. He's like, "You're a fucking psycho, and I don't want to fucks with you no more. You leave me alone, I'll leave you alone, and whatever." Lo and behold, do we get in, and we're sitting at the same fucking table, literally eyeball to eyeball. And I said, I turned to him, and I smiled, and he said, "Don't." And I said, "But I gotta." And it's like, all I said was, "We really need to stop meeting up like this." And he just smiled and put his face in his soup and ate. I don't think him and I have ever finished a meal so freaking fast in our lives. That was the most awkward dinner I've ever had. And I've had dinner with in-laws and outlaws. Like, I'm kidding about the outlaws, but like, you get what I mean. Oh. What am I looking for right now? Oh, my pipes, right. There's my good pork chop. No. Absolutely not. I've never won a fight in my life, dude. Even you know, lost a fight to a plastic bag. I stuck my head in it and tried to fight for air. I woke up my. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't do it. um, I would like to think so, but I'm pretty sure that I might not. I have no way of proving this, but I'm pretty sure Ryan and I would be a pretty close fight, and he'd whip my ass. But then again, I also know his is one thing that would get him. No. Okay, then at that rate, you got my dainty wife, or my 64-year-old mother. Yeah, I'm the top fighter in my household. you know, I think there might be more fight in my dog than there is in me. Yeah. Yeah, man. Why would I want to kick the ass of my wife and mother? It's just weird. I mean, my mother, I can understand. Pain in ass. But, I don't know. I don't know why I'd want to, physically harm family. What? Pain in ass? Well, my mother, my mom's a pain in the ass. She spent the first like 6 to 9 months, literally, of me moving here to help her, fighting her at fighting me at every turn. So, yeah, let that be what it is. But things are since better, and I don't know, man, because I stopped fighting in 5th grade. I don't want to do it no more. Don't want to fight no more. Not fighting. Um, in their primes or currently? Uh, I don't know why um, I don't know. Because again, like I never fought these people. I honestly don't know. I'd like to say probably. I mean, my brother Adam's pretty bulky. He's been in landscaping for years. I did a few years of landscaping, so I'm no slouch in the sense of like just physical strength. You know what I mean? So I honestly don't know. I'd say it'd have to be one of the four of us. Either Days and Ryan, my one of my two brothers, older or just underneath me, brothers, and or myself in my prime. I took on four dudes at the same time, and it only came out with a partial shiner and a fat lip. Like I think that is commendable. Is the word I'm looking for. To basically come out of that fight unscathed. See, but part of my brain went that way. My brain went that way too. My brain went that way too. But then again, you know, what's not okay? I'm looking at myself as a kid prime, right? As adult prime, uh, that first year after I lost all the weight, I was down to like 200 pounds, and then I went to a physically laborious job and just toned the fuck out. And I think that year I probably could have taken him 1-on-1, hand to hand. I wonder, but like part of my brain did go, yeah, my father has to be in consideration. He's 6'3" and 300, 250, 300 pounds, right? Big fucking dude. But part of me wonders how much of that is just still manifested childhood fear because he was a tyrant and an abusive motherfucker. So I wonder how much of that carries over as to why I would rank him or rate him where I did. But you're not wrong. He would have to be in there somewhere because you know, big dude, right? Um, maybe not the most. Like, okay, if I had met him in his prime, I'd have shit my pants. Either one of these two. But I kind of, I don't know. I was a teenage dirtbag baby, and I dated not only the one sister but her cousin as well, and the grandfather of the cousin. Um, he was a big dude too. I'm trying. Hold on, I gotta look up the characters now. No, I dated. I almost dated sisters. All right, so like one girl and then her sister, and then I dated the one girl that I did date. I dated her cousin as well. But give me 1 second because I want to make sure that I got the right character when I reference this show because I really like this show. Yeah. So have you've seen Sons of Anarchy, right? Big old Bobby Munson, Sons of Anarchy, Bobby Elvis. Okay, well, her grandfather, the grandfather looked like him, just he was old, right? And claimed to be retired. What they were in that show. Claimed to be. I never proven, and I don't know. And even if I did, I'm not fucking telling nobody. No way, no how. Anyway, but anyway, yeah. So he was probably the most intimidating person that I would that I had ever met. He looked the part, acted the part, the way he carried himself. He lived in like a projects place, but like he he didn't have a projects house. You know what I'm saying? It was a very nice, proper, clean fish tanks. Like, I remember he had a fucking a type of shark that was like as long as my arm and would never get any bigger than that. Anyway, so I didn't fall out of favor. I moved and there I lost contact. So um anyway, so he would have been the most intimidating person that I had ever met until I met. He went by the nickname Bear. This dude, okay, how old am I? How tall am I? I'm like 5'9", 5'11", depending on the day and the doctor. And this dude stood head and shoulders above me. Had to have been 350 pounds of just pure, ginormous, bearded native dude. And again, uh, just Bobby Elvis looking motherfucker. And just, yeah, him in his prime, I wouldn't want to screw with him. I wouldn't want to cross him. I would not want to make him angry. Matter of fact, even in his old age, I didn't want to cross him or make him angry. Because we were having a conversation and I said something that was he was having a very serious conversation and I didn't want to have the conversation at the time. And I said something that was kind of out in left field, if you will, right? That just wasn't in very good taste either. And he smacked his fist on the table and knocked my coffee over. Like one of these cups right here. Oh, there we go. Right, not sponsored or endorsed, just good coffee. Right, Canadian thing. Timmy Hose. But yeah, he's probably the most intimidating man I've ever met. Back to the game. All right. Where are all of these? Oh, absolutely. Dude, I don't think I've ever clammed shut so bad in my life. And he goes, hey, he even went, oh, great, now I've scared the fucking shit out of you. I was like, well, yeah, but no, at the same time, you told me to buck up and listen. So, I'm listening. You know, he was talking about something very serious and very important to him. And I basically poked fun at it, so I insulted him. Tell you, I have never retracted a statement so bad in my life, so quickly in my life. Him and I actually went and we got once we got to know each other. He acknowledged where not he still didn't like my joke, but he knew where it was coming from now, so it wasn't as bad. When I'm in a serious situation or I just I don't know I make jokes. Helps me cope. We met at a homeless shelter. I had to go there because I had my other dog at the time, the one that is no longer with us. One of the wrenches in here. Come on, please have a wrench. I haven't been in the homeless community in a good little while, so I don't really have an opinion on it anymore. I hear that it's not good. It's mainly people who are hooked on drugs and not doing very good in their lives currently, and you know, people who could use a little bit of redemption. But I don't know. Like I said, I haven't been homeless in a while, so not the wrench I need. That one, this over here. Gosh. Did I leave enough room here? Um, see, Mike, you ask these questions, and my my brain's in one of those you know dilly gaff kind of moments, and like it's now going how monstrous is monstrous, but it literally went end all suffering, and all I have to do is take a poop for 35 minutes. All right. Or well, more my brain went more. All I have to do to end all suffering in the world is go take a poop that won't stay out and keeps retracting its statement for 35 minutes. I think I could. I think we could manage that. You know, it comes down to the needs of the few versus the needs of the many, right? Would I be absolutely thrilled that that's happening? Fuck. But would the world know that you know somebody was out there looking out for him? Yeah. Um, I believe in spirituality and this and whatnot. So yes, I would definitely believe in ghosts. Um, I already have a superpower. It's not a very good one, but I already have a superpower. Why? What? Why do I already have a superpower? Or wait, I don't get. I don't get the question. I don't know. I call it um I call it ear herpes. Basically, I have the superpower that no matter what situation I'm in or what we're talking about, what's going on, I am able to think of a pop culture reference or musical reference to correspond to that given moment. And once you hang out with me for so long, that power starts to transfer onto you. I like Daze's power though. If he had one. Oh man, his power's so good. What's serious? I'm fine. What medical condition? I just hit a vape. That's why I was coughing. Mhm. Oh, yeah. And at this point, in this day and age, you're the weird one if you don't have some form of it. But give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. I have to go. Um, the reason that I had to just to clear the air, because I know some folks are you know they worry about me. It's nothing serious. Jesse's work just called. One of her colleagues, his kids are sick. So she's on call for the day. So if we want to go and get haircuts and whatnot, we gotta go take care of that. So that's what we're gonna be going to do. Did I forget to put ultra low on this? No, I put ultra low on. Okay. I don't know why that seems so far behind. So we're gonna go and do some stuff and things that we've got to go do, and we will be back at another time. So thank you very much to everybody who did tune in, and if you happen to hit that like and or subscribe button, thank you just that little bit more. It does help the channel immeasurably. But that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for tuning in. Until next time, peace out and happy watching.